Hello and welcome everybody. I'm one proud Bavarian and we're here with a new show, with a new series. Hearts 4 Black Ice, yes! I'm actually doing Black Ice. I can't believe it myself. I have fought against it. Fought against doing this for such a long time, and yet here we are finally playing Black Ice. And I think this is going to be a longer Let's Play. I was going to say it the way it is. If you expected one of the short, like 12, 14 episode Let's Plays that I do in Hearts 4, I think this one will be about 25 episodes. Roughly. We'll see how quick it goes at the end of the day. Maybe I'm overestimating. I haven't played Black Ice in forever. So this is definitely a blind estimate. Let's just jump right in. We're going to do a single player game. And that already gave it away. We're going to play with Hirohito. Yes, we're going to play Japan. Why are we going to play Japan? Well, I think that if you want to experience Black Ice as a mod, you will have to have naval, air, and ground fights, and you will have to have a focus on all of them. And we have a focus in China with ground fights, we have a focus with airplanes in India and Australia, and we have a naval focus obviously in the Pacific. So I think this gives us the full package, gives us the full experience, and we should take a look at this. We obviously, Hirohito with fascist government and the coup, I believe, I think 227 coup is what they call it or something, that you have a choice to take and accept in the vanilla game was taken out here and will always fail. Generally, our tree, I feel, was a bit neutered, but other than that, I mean, what do you need a tree for if we can just conquer, right? The colors of countries? Romania? Hungary? What's up with that, huh? Not a really big fan of those. What we're also going to do is, and I'm sorry for every Argentine, Peruvian, Venezuelan, Colombian, Bolivian, and so on and so forth, we're going to have all of South America annexed except Brazil, so that, performance stays nice. I don't think performance would be an issue, but I like just having that choice because, I mean, nothing's going to happen here. Sorry, everybody, okay? Maybe Brazil will join and help the allies, but other than that, British Raj, what's up with your color? We're going to play in normal difficulty mode. You know what? No, we're playing in Bice mode. Let's just do the hardest thing possible, okay? If I ever will have a different game experience, then I have to do it with Bice mode, right? I always just win all Hearts of 4 games, in the worst case scenario, you just wait until you have the nukes and nobody else has the nukes, and then you just throw them. But with Bice mode, you know what? Life is unfair. Let's try it. Let's see what we can do here. The AI doesn't get any additional bonuses, which is nice. So maybe, this just puts us a bit down. And maybe we can succeed in this. Let's do it. I'm up for it. We're going to do historical AI focuses. And then I'm going to hit the start button there. I'm excited for this one. Because, Bice, I think, is a mod that kind of splits the community. You have people that are incredibly in favor of it, you have people that are incredibly against it because of how it is constructed. Obviously, this mod is older than Hearts of Iron 4, it stems from Hearts of Iron 3, and has a backstory like that there as well. I played a lot of Hearts of Iron 3, but I never really preferred Black Ice in comparison to all the other mods. So I would argue that up until now I was more in the anti-Bice camp, but I want to be both. I want to have positives and negative views on Bice, and maybe we're going to have a beautiful game here that makes me regret everything else that I've felt before. So welcome to Black Ice. None of this is important. I've read it before, don't worry about it, okay? We're going to go to performance here and then do option 2, and as you can see, Ecuador has now annexed everything. Congratulations to Ecuador for growing like this. They really do deserve it. Right. You can see that a lot of the interface has changed. Something I do want to mention, it's very trivial. I don't like the colors. What is this? What are these colors? Sometimes I feel like a colorblind person has made this mod. But beyond that, as you can see, our tree has been neutered a bit. We will get these via, I think, decisions. Instead of anything else. We have the Chinese War available really, really quickly. 28, 35 days, and that's it. But we're going to start over here with expand the Zaibatsu. The Zaibatsu are large industrial conglomerates which can sometimes trace their origins several hundred years back. There are 4 big Zaibatsu. They are the oldest and most powerful companies in Japan. They happen to have deep ties to various factions in the military and are the heart of our industrial activities and growth. We should do what we can to encourage them to grow. Absolutely. So this is going to give us significant bonuses. for 900 days, and I think I want to do it right away. Speaking of, you know, look at this research bonus. Speaking of the research bonus, there's something that I want to talk about that I love about this mod. So we have 2 base research slots and 4 slots because of research centers. Now, what are research centers? Well, you can't construct them because they can only be created by focuses and events, but you can see them, right? You can see where they are. We have a focus, or we have 2 focuses actually. One is right here. In Tokai would be another research center, and then one is right here in Kuriel Islands. Oh, really? That's a bit interesting. That makes these much more important, huh? So, what is essentially happening here is you have a building, and if you lose this province, you actually do lose a research slot. I love that idea, to limit your capabilities as a falling empire, if you will. So, I love that, and we're gonna jump into research right away, and oof. So, again, the color scheme, right? I hate that gold is researched. This is not researched. Green, you know, usually, I don't know. I don't like this kind of coloring. But you know what? Let's just start out with electronic engineering and basic machine tools. The classic stuff that you always start out with, right? Now, after that, as you can see here, we have a very unique Imperial Japanese and Navy air service tree, as well as our unique surface and submarine fleets and Japanese armor. The other majors have different stuff, you know, so it's all historically accurate. I think what we're going to go for here is the Kawasaki Ki 10K AI. Address major stability issues and improve the engine cowling. Sure, give me the new fighter, and let's build up on that. We could already go with the 38s, but they are 2 years ahead. We're not going to bother with that unless we get... right here, maybe? Research bonus. If we were to rush that, then we could, you know, this, what does this require? So this is 1 focus, 2 foci. This would only come into play after 38, so it's not, at least for our immediate planning, not very important for that kind of thing. Right, so let's just ignore all of the pre-tacking for the moment, and let's just pick. I would like to go with battlefield support here. And you know what we're gonna do? So, I checked this out earlier, alright? And why is this researched? Interwar AA. Right, first of all, why did the music stop? Excuse me? So we have some smaller, you know, stuff that influences the performance of our ships. Excuse me? Where's the music? Give me the music or give me death. Yeah. So we're not gonna bother with any of these for the moment because these are too late. We have everything on time. The armor. Now the armor. I think it's Japan until rather late. You want to go on with medium anyway. What are you? Was the first amphibious tank of the Imperial Japanese Navy. The Type 2 KMI was based on the Imperial Japanese's type. Okay. I see how it is. I see how it is. Okay, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. That for our Marines that we would have some amphibious tanks if possible. At least I think that is usable here for the Marines. Probably is, but I wouldn't know. I'm not gonna go for this tank right now. What I'm gonna go for, because I wanna stress the importance of this, I would go for, with 2 slots, they're gonna go with good old Doctrine. Right, and that is the research stuff done. Now, as you can see, we have the NATO symbols here, but they are more complex. I would argue that they are more correct. These are obviously still cavalry units. These are infantry units. This with the 3 dots is motorized, with 2 dots is half motorized. These are light tanks, however... Let's take a look at the template. Now, as you can see, the Japanese had a very basic understanding of tank usage. They had an understanding that was accurate in World War I, and it was held by a lot of people, and I know the French had some experimental stuff going, and the French weren't that far behind. French apologists, get out of here, okay? The Germans did kill France in World War II, and then France was resurrected. But what it comes down to is that the Japanese are practically, like, you know, on time or with the times here by believing that tanks are nothing more than a tool to allow an infantry push instead of a very quick speedy spearhead that, you know, crashes through the enemy line and then has infantry come afterwards. So these are definitely not fast units here. 2.5 kilometers per hour, and here we have 3. They're actually slower. Amazing. They're actually slower. Because our light tanks have a max speed of 2 kilometers per hour. Oh no, I think this is just for the whole template. Right. Yeah. It just shows you the whole template. Whatever. We're going to take a look at it later. Let me just see. Where do we... Where do I get an overview over these stats? Is it just in the research tab? I mean, I can go there. So the max speed here is 7 kilometers per hour. Of course, not incredibly quick, but we can compare that to the Mokuki Heishidan, to the horses here. So that's plus 3 kilometers per hour. That's pretty quick. Right, beautiful. So now that we have taken a look at all of these, we're going to take a look at the templates further down the line and in more, with more kind of, you know, actually doing anything to them. Right, but for the moment, let's just get... This color's atrocious, first of all. But for the moment, there you go. Let's give you a different color, though, just so that it doesn't look like that down here. Let's give you a nice little blue. Yeah, sure. So, these are the Navy units that we're going to use to invade China with. I'm not going to concentrate on building more, because what I really care about is... I think they're strong enough to land. What I care about is bringing an army in after them to clean up. So, I'm just going to give you an immediate command here for over there, and then later you're gonna get some more stuff. It doesn't matter yet, okay? It's fine. I'm also gonna pull all of our troops on the home islands off. Now, why would I do that? I personally have never believed that having troops on the home islands is important up until 1940 or 41, because, well, who's gonna invade you, right? It's just one of those things. Nobody's actually ever gonna do anything like this. Exclusively because it's, you know, who has the boats? You're fighting China. China's not gonna start, you know, shipping over to you. Are you crazy? Right, so you are all gonna be on the Chinese border. And then we have all of these here for the Soviet border. I'm gonna leave them at the Soviet border for the moment. Don't see any real issue to get rid of them there. I would like you to give me all of your forces. Thank you very much. And all of those are able to look at the bad Ivan now as well. Russia, get out. Right, I hate that they always choose this disgusting color. Yeah, all of those are just militia, yeah. Yeah, that's a terrible... I would assume, though, that there's a high chance that this might actually be the Chinese template as well. I don't know how much into in-depth, you know, kind of restructuring they went there, but I could see it being just there. Let's go with the light red, sure. Right, and now that we've done that, what I just have to say is I love this. This is great. This is a great interface, gives you all the information you need. As a proponent for NATO counters anyway, I think this is amazing. If you have not played Black Ice, you should check it out, if just for that. Right, and here comes, you know, another positive part, actually. We're going to come to me kind of writing... I will stop writing the mod once we get to the point that I don't like. But what we want to do here, first of all, is build some civies, as you always do. But more importantly, I want to point out, look at these. I like these. Building a shipyard here for 3,000. That brings down the cost of military surface vessels and convoys. Or, you know, you could also do the submarine one, if you cared so much about the submarines. We already have, I believe, 7 of these. I think you can only build 1 per state. Let's actually check out if that is true. It is true. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, but those aren't mine. So 8? Is that true? I think it says down here. Oh, we have 7 apparently. I must have miscounted somewhere. So 7 bring everything down by minus 9.2%. So what is... Let me just... I can't do math anymore, okay? In law, you're not really confronted with that many numbers, my man. Divided by 7, so that's 1 point... Wait, what? 9.2, right? Divided by 7 is 1.3. That's not that bad. 1.314, is that like... Hmm. Does it say in the construction menu how much it does? Doesn't. I hate when it doesn't say things like the numbers. But it does the same thing here. It brings down the cost by a percentage. We're not going to bother with any of that for the moment. We're going to exclusively build industry here. Right, and now for the free military factories. Now this is awful. This is terrible. I hate everything about this. So, to build an infantry unit, and I can show you this right here. To build a normal Hoei Shidan, and I know Hoei Shidan has a combat width of 28.5, so it's a large unit. But to build a normal one of those, you need all of this, all of these different equipment types. And I get it, you know, hey, I know that, you know, the submachine gun and light infantry equipment isn't the same as heavy machine guns, but at the same time, do you need to make me click all these buttons here for no reason? What we're going to do is, we're going to put a shitload of stuff, of industry, I mean, into... We're going to put a shitload of industry over here into the pre-war infantry equipment. I think this is fine. This, I do believe, is fine at 2. The artillery I want to bring up. The infantry trucks I would like to bring up as well. Field uniforms, right. We have many stored anyway. The headquarters I would like to bring up to 3. Then the cavalry horse equipment. Let's do 2. Heavy machine guns also have some stored up. How many do we need for 1 unit? Tell me. 144. That's quite the demand. Let's go with 2 though. Like, I can never really estimate just how much we actually do need. Which is why I'm just giving everything 2 except the tank. You get 3. You can, I think you're fine with 1, right? I think these are fine the way they are for the moment. We're gonna maybe change that later on. But what I do need, most certainly do need, is our fighters. And then I would like probably... I mean, the thing is, I would also like carrier fighters to an extended degree. So I'm just gonna go... Then again, we got time, right? 11.58 per year. What? Oh, because we're running out, right. What is the optimal though? Alright, let me just tell you. I'm not going to trade with the US if I can avoid it. I will trade with Ecuador. You know what? I'm going to trade for a bit more with you. So that I have it secured in case I want to reconsider my strategy. My Chuko has some nice steel for us here. Rubber. Let's go with Kingdom of Siam, sure. And then we have aluminium, whichever you prefer really. Gonna go with this for the starters to build up Manchukuo a bit, and then we're gonna unpause. Yes, we are. Wow, amazing. Immediately unpaused. Now we're getting a lot more oil than we need. I realize this, but I'm gonna keep this up because then they can't trade with anybody else. I'm already buying it up. How much does that bring down? Oh, that brings it down too much, doesn't it? Can't avoid it. I can't do it like this one. Okay, I need to... Excuse me? Fielded forces update. Right, we are an average army, small air force, and massive navy. Thank you. Okay, you know what? Forget about the oil plan. We're gonna do that if time permits it later. I would like, you know what, I'm going to pull one off here and I'm going to pull one off here. And then, let's take a look here. I'm going to put them probably into... So the nav bomber can't go on carriers, which is understandable. Is there a carrier variant anywhere of the nav bomber? Oh, it doesn't actually give me like the icon. It's, I don't like that. I really don't like that. Naval strike. Well, so that just means that I'm a bit more in the dark, doesn't it? Good. Cool beans. What we're gonna do is I'm just gonna invest in the carrier. I think I'm gonna invest in the carrier nav B4Y. Tell me about it. B4Y, there they are. Beautiful thing. Carrier torpedo bomber. Naval attack 15. Naval targeting 12.5 and 15. Now we also... Wait, didn't we have a CAS as well? There was this one, right. Naval attack 10. No. I think if we wanted to go with anything, we certainly want to go with the U right here. So let's get torpedo bombers going. And maybe let's take a look at this here, because we do have a bunch of obsolete, destroyers in production, but you always leave those in production. You don't bother with them. You never do in any game. Bother with them. And once they are done, so we have Suhiyo and we have Soryu. Now my big question is, because we have different types of carriers in this one, we have carriers, light cruisers, and escort carriers that we aren't even there yet with. But I would like to focus on light carriers, because as I understand it, maybe this isn't the case anymore, but as I understand it, there is no proper kind of... Wait, where are... Do we not have a convoy production? Our convoys producing this one. Transport ships. Yes. Was nobody building any transport ships, you crazy? Oh, I have to do it like this? Really? To drag it all the way up here? Oh my god, stop. Game. Right, I think you can see why I have issues with this production interface, right? If you have any mods, by the way, that give me a better production interface and don't make this into pain like this, please let me know. So we're gonna give you 3. And after that, I would like to change this to like 50, and then bring up to torpedo bombers to 21. So that was a Soryu class, right? And then we have here, this is the smaller carriers, right? I would like to bring you to 20, and then to 10. I mean, maybe I should just, maybe I should focus our major carriers on having proper fighters, and then stack our smaller carriers with exclusively torpedo bombers. But I think I want to do it like this. There you go. I'm not gonna build... I think I may build some more of these, but I am mostly focused on the Suiyo class. Let's just do like this for the moment. And once these obsolete, they are one-off ships. Once they are over, I will take care of that. They will be redistributing all their stuff, and I think that's great. That is exactly what we're looking forward to here. So let's take a look. We still need oil, Ecuador. Thank you very much, please. Excuse me. What do you mean, unfulfilled import request? Yeah, what did they even mean by that? Let's be honest. I would like to trade, maybe, with the Dutch East Indies, sure. Right, so far so good. Now let's produce some units. I would like to start with some infantry. Let's produce 5 of these. Then I would like to go with some light tanks that we apparently have no equipment for. We're gonna see about that, okay? And of course, some garrison. Why garrison? Well, somebody has to do it, right? Somebody has to sit around on these islands and just sit there while the AI never invades, because the AI isn't smart enough to actually bunch up their fleets and destroy my superiority there. So it's a good start, isn't it? We are missing production equipment here for SMG and light infantry equipment and armored car units. So let's get the SMGs going. Wait, are we sure that we didn't have... Where are the SMGs here? Oh, there they are. Bring them up. Let's pull out 2 total from you. Oh, who just ate these? Get out of here. Who just ate my factories? Okay. Who just ate that another one? What am I blind? Who just did this? I will find who did this and I will punish them. Give me my lights. So submarine. Oh, that's you, huh? You ate that. My own friend. Right, so it's these guns and then it was the armored car units. I think the armored car is actually here. Yep, there it is. So let's build some of it. And I think, you know what? There you go. Getting your factories back. Congratulations, buddy. Aluminium. I would like to trade with Soviet Union, sure. Green Army Command. So this happens because we don't have enough HQ equipment. In this case, we need 1,000. We are producing a lot of it because it's very easy to produce, but we are currently falling behind because we, you know, every unit needs HQ equipment. Without it, they're kind of screwed, right? Oh, right, I remember this one. This just tells you, hey, this is split up this way, and there was a rivalry between the Navy and the Army air wings. We're going to be fine. If you get these 1,000 pieces of HQ equipment, you get a better form of, excuse me? You know what? Suck it. Trading with the Dutch now. Right, so essentially what it boils down to is we're now actually at a point at which we can start playing, yeah? Outdated equipment obviously, but that's fine. We are positioning our troops. I like everything about the interface. I will give you that. Now, we have a lot of policies. As you can see, I haven't looked in those policies at all in this on camera here, but I have looked at it off camera. And like, you know, like I get what they're going for, okay? You have so many industrial policies. All of these here are industrial policies. And I get it, you know, having tariffs is not the same as banning foreign investors and limiting exports or having high taxes or or you know, nationalizing key industries, but do you really need it? Do you really need to have all of that there? I don't think you do, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, decrease unemployment could be done. Weekly stability goes up. And the Germans are preparing for the winter games in Garmisch-Partenkirchen, Bavaria. God bless Bavaria, by the way, if you weren't aware. This is a Bavarian channel, and you better be here exclusively for Bavaria as I try to force my way through Bice. Now, maybe, you know, this is the ugliest. What is wrong with this arrow? Right, we all did great. Nice communist attitudes. Let's get all our navies for the moment. Oh, they actually have landing craft? Yeah, I'm gonna leave those for the moment. Wait, just give me one moment. I just want to see. So these are transport ships? Oh, seaplane carriers. Right, that's the good stuff. Yeah. Why do you not have anything on you? I must ask. The Rhineland has been remilitarized. Let's just unite everybody for the moment, okay? Okay. We just finished researching K10K AI. You're obsolete. Thank you very much. Let's produce this fighter. And then we're gonna, I think, step out of the fighting area here for the moment, because we do need, you know, we're kind of think, I think we're said in the Grand Battle Plan Doctrine. I don't think we can actually ever get out of that, but what we have to do is we have to get the, you know, some requirements that are here in the World War I loop. So, for example, the Stormtrooper Assault, we have to get that so that we can even go deeper into the World War II doctrine. Now, how many ships are still coming? I think those are all of them. Show me the list. Yep. So we have the landing craft here. What does it do? Reliability, strength. What does it actually do though? Like, just straight up. What gameplay wise, right? What does this do for me? Because it doesn't look like it's actually doing anything in terms of fighting. But I don't think it can house planes, so I don't know what to tell you, buddy. Buddy. So, first of all, let's obviously split up all of the submarines from this one. Don't need any of those. Thank you very much. Seaplane carrier can stay. These are the light carriers, right? We have a Ryujo and a Hosho. Those are old classes. Decent amount of destroyers. I honestly like these a lot. I don't know what they meant with these. But it doesn't really matter. This is our major fleet here, okay? My question is just, is there a stacking penalty? There probably is, right? But is there a stacking penalty with the light carriers? If I have too many light carriers, is there a penalty for it, you know? Right, anyway, we're going to look at that later because we don't have any sea warfare going on for the moment. Let's just speed up the game. 30 minutes into the video, the Germans are holding a dance show. I would too hold a dance show to celebrate the start of the Black Ice playthrough on this very channel here. And we're not producing something, it appears. Artillery truck transport. Right, we're going to look at that later. Let me just quickly... Artillery truck transport. I think this is it. Looks like it, right? Yeah, there you go. There you go, buddy. This one is not getting up there as quickly as I had hoped, but, you know, we have a lot of days to come. I'm going to put you out of your misery and put you into the artillery trucks. And then oh, it's 226, not 227. On the 26th of February, a group of young military officers attempted a coup d'etat. The radical Kodar faction in the military assassinated several prominent politicians but failed to assassinate the prime minister. The coup failed, and unlike in the aftermath of the previous attempted coup, the surviving perpetrators were given secret trials and shot. GFX pending. Now let's purge them, get rid of the modifier that we had because of them, which gave us lower stability. I don't even know if you don't have a choice here. If you know, have a modifier for 3 months, why bring in the modifier like that? What's the point here? I will see you in the next episode when we will continue our endeavors as Japan and Black Ice. Thank you for tuning in. Later. If you have any tips, by the way, just give them to me. Alright, see you then. Bye.